All right, welcome everyone. Welcome to the second walkthrough. Um, this will be a simple walkthrough with a semi-budget setup again, and I will show you guys how I do the waves and walk through the prayer flicks, also traps between waves. Hopefully that can help you guys get your first quiver. This is the setup. We got the Fang, we got the Strength Amulet and a Blood Fury, Blood Moon Helm, Fighter Torso, Obsidian Plate Legs, Dragon Boots, Barrel Gloves. I do have the Inferno Cape, but a Fire Cape is enough as well. Berserker Ring imbued and an Defender. The Osmumten's Fang is the one of the best weapons to get through the waves. Furthermore, we have a Trident of the Seas to kill the Fremennik minion, Venator Bow to one-shot the Mage minion, and the Nonchalant Halberd for the Shaman and the Soul Fight. Alright, I also bring 2 Sanfoyu serums in case we get venomed by the Manticore, and the rest are 4 brews. You can take 5 if you want, and the rest are super restores. We always want to pre-pot before we enter. And let's go. Alright, so the first wave, what I will do is drop my restore, always start Blasphemy. I will share the tiles in the description, and we want to start off by killing the Berserker. When running the southwestern pillar, we always want to start on this file, wait 5 ticks before we after we start the wave, and then run to the pillar. So I'll show you guys right here. We're gonna pick Myopia because we are melee based. So I started at 1, as you saw, and I ran at 1. Alright. I also bring Resurrect Greater Ghost just to get quicker through the waves. At the 42nd mark we will get a Reinformant. After the range is dead, I can just spray melee and attack this guy. They aren't any more dangerous, so why not? Wave 2 is pretty simple as well. Again guys, this is not an in-depth guide, just my walkthrough. Wave 3, gonna pick Blasphemy again. We have more than enough resource. With the halberds I can cross hit him. Even though if you have myopia I can still cross hit him. Alright, we have a major behind the rager, so we're gonna step out with the to flick it we have to step out from the middle, start praying mage, and then range. Just like at the Inferno, but I recommend everyone doing the Colosseum first, then Inferno next. I also bring a Death Charge. It gives me more special attack. So when do I flick? I see the major hit, and I flick. I see him move, and I flick. That's basically the easiest way to tell when your next prayer is. Alright, let's pick up our restore. Oh, we got an Echo Crystal, guys. We got an Echo Crystal. That is great. Alright, I think I'm gonna pick Frailty. Even though we got the Crystal, I think I'm just gonna go for wave 11, guys. Why not? Alright, the Manticore starts with Mage. He starts with Mage. So once I see the Mage projectile, I switch my prayers. And it's basically that easy. I wasn't scared about any reinforcements, because if the melee would get stuck there, the mage would come here, I could just walk there. So once again, he sent the projectile, I switch my praise. It's easy as that. I am flicking Piety whenever I can or want, not a problem. Alright, this is the fourth wave. I think I'm gonna get Blasphemy out of the list. Start by praying range. And this is a pretty easy wave as well. The little mage shaman will get blocked. I can freely kill the Fremennik warriors, and if I want to take him here, I can just do that. I can even just kill the shaman first. And I can focus on killing the ranger Javelin Colossus. Also, guys, I know the major is gonna spawn, so what I can do is I can just safe spot it by walking to the mage spawn, and that way the shaman will always be behind the warrior will always be behind the shaman, guys. And this is why southwestern pillar is key, because I can always safe spot the serpent shaman. You will have a hard problem doing that at the northern pillar. So as you saw, I can cross hit him, even though I have myopia, but I can't hit him from more than one side away. This is also one of the reasons why the halberd can be pretty useful. Alright, wave 4 easy done. Wave 6 is gonna be one of the it is actually the second hardest wave after wave 11, I would say, because we just have so many monsters running around. If you can do wave 6, you can do the rest of the Colosseum. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna pick Myopia because we don't need our range actually. Wait for the first tick. And this is a free wave. This is not as free as I would hope to. I thought the shaman would get stuck there, but it didn't get stuck. So what I'm gonna do now is hopefully kill this guy as quick as possible. Because this is a pretty bad spawn. And that is a very bad spawn. Alright, Major's gonna spawn. And we can just flick him. What I did there was I looked at when the shaman is gonna hit me and the warrior. If you stand right here, guys, they will always be off-ticked. Always. So you don't have to worry about that. So I think the way we can solve this puzzle is by running to this town or running here. I could also do something else. What I also could do is I could run here, so only the shaman sees me, and then I could run to the Javelin Colossus, and that way they will be off-ticked. I'll show you guys what I mean. So let's put up. See, and now they are off-ticked right there. And I can kill this guy easily. Now, this is a pretty easy solve because these guys are both mage. I can just run in. Let's say the Manticore was range. I think what we can do is we can step inside. Let's see if that's gonna work. What we can do is we can step here. The ranger will see us first, I think, and then the major. I am not sure though. Let's see. That's a bad. Let's see. See, they are off tick. I mean, all right. What happened there was actually I am. What happened was I wasn't in range for the shaman, I think, so that's why he didn't see me. So let's check again. See, the mage can see me, and I can just run in. Simple as that. That is a pretty simple solve. For the Manticore, I see blue move. Click my next prayers. I see blue move. Click my next prayers. I see blue move. Click my next prayers. So these guys are off ticked as well. And if I want to off tick these guys right now, I just start at the middle of the tower and run west. Guys, off ticking is not hard, guys. It really is not hard. Alright. So guys, this was the hardest wave. And we solved it quite easily. We did have some luck. Alright, wave 7. Wave 7. We will have another stronger major and a ranger. because the Major can do more damage, we will start off with Protect from Magic. Alright? Alright. Alright, so the Major is gonna see me. The Ranger is gonna get blocked. And I'll run over here. Let's try to kill the Shockwave Colossus as quick as possible before the Minotaur spawns, and we can solve the rest of the wave pretty easy. Right, Minotaur spawns. Protect from melee, and I can kill. Also, I can safe spot him with my Noxious Halberd, even though I have Myopia. I can cross hit him from here. I think I can also do this. Cross hit him from here. Which you can't cross hit him from this tile to that tile. Alright, let's put on our Blood Fury and prepare for this stack. Alright, what's happening in this stack, guys? Let's see, Major behind. They are not the same. The projectile of the Manticore is not Mage, so we have to off-tick this. And the way we off-tick is, when they are north of this pillar, we just run west 2 tiles and they will be off-ticked. If they are east of the pillar, we will really run south. So I'll show you guys what I mean. I pray Mage. Whenever I see the Shockwave Colossus move, and with move I mean send the projectile, I can switch my praise. Look. I saw him send his projectile and I could just move. Switch my praise. Alright, we'll do that again. Alright, I look at the Major. Major moves, I move my prayer. Major moves, I move my prayer. Major moves, I change my prayers. And finish this guy off. Alright, the next wave is going to be a little bit more difficult because we will have 2 ranges and we will start by praying range. Why? Because the ranger, if 2 of the rangers hit me, they can do more damage than 1 Major. We are going to pick Minty Mayhem. Even though this can now one-shot you, we are confident in our switches, so we can pick Minty Mayhem. Alright. I see tick to move to 1. And I see that this is a free wave as well. We took some damage there, I'm not sure what hit me. And at the 40-second mark, the Minotaur will spawn. We're going to lure the Minotaur this side of the pillar by stepping here. If I don't step here or any of these tiles, the Minotaur will get stuck east of the pillar and we don't want to tap him. So I will have a pretty ugly stack right here. I will have the Minotaur here, Major there in the Manticore there that can see me, and from this side I can never off-tick those guys. Alright, let's heal up. Make our sip. And guys, okay, right now we have a pretty ugly stack. This is actually a very ugly stack. We're just gonna brew up and prepare for to solve this wave. Let's see, if I move south from here, I can off-tick these guys, but if this guy is a ranger, starts with range, though they will see me at the same time. Because this Manticore is not charged yet, what I can do is I can lure that Manticore out of the stack. It's gonna be quick, guys, but I'll show you guys what I mean. So I'm gonna go out and flick the Major and then the Javelin Colossus. By walking to this tile, the Manticore will walk right along this way. I can also tank a couple of Javelin Colossus hits. Maybe that is easier. I will show you guys what I mean. So I'm just gonna tank one hit. All right, I just tanked the hit, and the Manticore just walks right past him. That might be a better option. I see the projectile, I switch my press. Alright, pretty easy. We're going to off-tick these guys. See, when I run from here, only the Major sees me, so we're gonna run out and then pray range. Just like that. I see the Major move, I switch my prayers. I see the Major move, I switch my prayers. I see a move, I switch my prayers. I see a move, I switch my prayers. That's basically how you can off-tick these guys. And just like that, we have solved wave 8. Alright. Wave 9. We might go with our second frailty, just because if we take another Minty Mayhem, you never want to pick the third Mayhem. That is pretty bad. So if we get frailty 2, worst thing what can happen is frailty 3, even though that is pretty bad also, it's better than Minty Mayhem 3. This is a pretty easy wave, just 2 Minotaurs. I could have stood right there and flick the minions, but we don't need to. We could just walk past right it. For this stack, the Minotaur will spawn, but I don't need to stand here. Or I do. Because otherwise he would get stuck. If the first Manticore didn't die, I didn't have the move because the Javelin Colossus was stuck right there. Alright, so we're looking pretty good on supplies as well. And just hit the Minotaur. Be careful here, because I can't hit him with my halberd from here. I can hit him from this tile if I want to safe spot him. Right from here. See, I can save spot from here, but you're actually never gonna use that, so don't bother. Alright, and let's just finish off the ranger. Wave 10, also one of the harder waves. I will save my Defy Serpent combat because I want to use it for the soul fight. I will just use a regular super combat potion. Also, we're gonna pick Minty Mayhem 2, not Frailty 3 yet, because Minty Mayhem 2 is alright. It's just the turret that's pretty bad. Alright. We have to go to Alright guys, we did some tech right there. I will try to explain to you guys what we did later on. At 40-second mark, the reinforcement will spawn, and I will have to stand right here. And this guy will get stuck. Alright. So we have a Manticore here, and we got the Minotaur right there. What we are gonna do is we are going to kill the Minotaur. We can simply do that. We can just flick it at once. When you move at the last hit, these guys will be off-ticked. I'll show you guys right now. You can do that also. Or if you want to play it safe, you can just do this. Hit him, move back. Hit him, move back. Also, we need to prepare that the Minotaur and the Manticore are not on the same tick. So we might just brew up. Restore up. And prepare what the worst thing that can happen. We do have Burning Claw specs, so we're just gonna dump that. Alright, so the last hit. Alright. As you can see, they are not on the same tick. But we bought Burning Claws for that reason, so we can safely kill him while tanking the damage. Alright, Ranger at behind. We're gonna off-tick this. Move back, kill this guy first. Guys, the sun is shining on my screen, so after killing this Minotaur, I will get a 5-second break. I think you guys can see your screen, but I can't see shit right now. Right, let me go to my window real quick. Alright, much better. Right, so we're going to off-tick these guys by starting from the middle and praying accordingly. I see the range move. I switch my praise. I see the range move. I switch my praise. I switch my praise. Alright. And that is wave 10 solved. On to the hardest wave. And let's hope we get a decent modifier. Something like Doom would actually help us quite a lot. We are pretty low on resource, that is why I am flicking right now. But that should be more than enough for the last and the 11th wave. Alright, let's see. We got Doom, so that is perfect. We're gonna pick Doom. Last wave, gonna pray Magic, because there will be a big mage in the middle. 1 Ranger and 2 Manticores. Alright, let's go. Alright, so... Alright, let's think of what we can do. We are going to off-tick the Ranger in behind and the Ranger. And these guys will get stuck. So that was some tech, but I can't kill the mage right here because these guys will be off-ticked. Let's think of our next step. Alright, so if I kill this guy, the Manticore will just come through. We don't want that. Alright, so we took a hit. Okay, we have to think of a plan, guys. I can try to kill the Minotaur. Alright, so we have fucked that up, but Oh, we fucked that up. Unlucky, guys, unlucky. That was a pretty shitty wave, guys. Unfortunate. I think I know what I could do. I will show you. I think the best way to solve that was something like this. So I saw the major and the ranger coming right here. What I should have done is I should have camped this corner. By camping this corner, I think what would happen was the Manticore would get stuck there and right there, something like that. But yeah, that was a pretty crappy wave. It could have been solved by praying range and then mage, but and in the meantime flicking the Manticore.